Hi, my name is Kimberly from Zebin Development. Today I want to show you how you can use Chimpegr Cloud to set up automated updates to both Chimpegr and to your Razor's Edge database. So first of all, we want to look at bringing in changes to profiles in MailChimp into your Razor's Edge. So what we need to do, click on the plus here at the bottom, choose Import from MailChimp. We're going to create a new process. We're going to call this profile updates. So this is going to be a real-time process. I'm going to choose the audience I want to work with. Choose my matching, so I'm going to match on constituent ID, but you could also choose to match on email address as usual. Then I'm going to map my fields. Once I've completed my mapping, there's some default fields that I'm going to need to set up, because if somebody signs up to MailChimp who isn't in Razor's Edge, we're going to create new records as well as updating any existing records when people change their profile. So I can add a default constituent code to new and existing records, a custom field, and a consent. So I check the box and then I can fill this in with whatever I want to do from here. And I can do that for existing constituent records as well. Because I'm using postal addresses, I need to select an address type. And I can also add any other custom fields that I want to as well. So when I click done, that's now set up and ready to go. So anytime somebody makes a change to their personal information on MailChimp in that audience, it will be updated in Razor's Edge. If anybody subscribes to that audience on MailChimp and they don't already exist in Razor's Edge, they'll be added to Razor's Edge as a new record, and that will happen in real time. So let's take a quick look at that. So if I go to my real-time demo list, we can see that we've got all of these people listed here. If we go into this record, I can make some changes to this record that will then be shown in Razor's Edge. So let's give me a generic first and last name. I can also change my city. So I quite fancy living in Paris. And I can change my address lines as well. So that's been updated, and that's going to get added to Razor's Edge. So it will get updated automatically. So we don't need to do anything else here. If we go back to Chimpegr Cloud, as soon as that is processed through MailChimp, and it starts getting processed into Razor's Edge, we'll see a new card appear here on the dashboard, and we'll be able to see what changes have been made. So let's take a look at the details. So we can see my record, we can see that the address has been updated, the email, the phone, we've added that default constituent code, and we sent the constituent ID to MailChimp. So let's take a look at that record. So you can see I've added the first and last name. You can see that I've updated the address lines here, and we've got that constituent code here of MailChimp as well. So that's happened automatically. I don't need to do anything else at all. It's all updated in Razor's Edge, and we've got a record of it in Chimpegr Cloud as well, so we know what's happened. Now, if we want to do this the other way, if we want to automatically add certain constituents from Razor's Edge to our MailChimp audiences, we can do that using the export function. So let's set up an export. We'll call it new donors. We'll make this a scheduled process. We select our NXT list. So I'm going to choose my export demo list. And what I'll need to do in Razor's Edge is to make sure that this is either manually or dynamically updated. So my criteria for this list will be based on any new donors being added to this list. So as long as you can get that list set up so that it automatically adds anyone you want to add to MailChimp to the list, this process will then push them out to MailChimp. So I'm going to select that NXT list. I'm going to select the audience I want to push it to. I'm going to select, I can add any tags I want to, and then I can set up my schedule. So for example, I could have this happening every single day at, let's say 8 a.m. so that I know that by the time I come in, that list will be up to date with any new donors. They'll have been added to MailChimp, so I can send any emails out that day knowing that I've got all the most recent donors on that audience. Then I've got the matching. Once again, we can match on email or constituent ID. And then I come to my mapping. So we can see any fields that I want to add to that audience. We just map from Razor's Edge here. We can see the MailChimp fields that are available. And we've got the email, the names, we've got the birth date and the preferred name. So we can then use those in any mailings. So when I say done, that's going to be set up. But this time we're not going to expect a card to appear on the dashboard, because that's not going to happen until tomorrow morning. So all I need to do in Razor's Edge is to ensure that that list is up to date the night before or automatically, and then that will get pushed out to MailChimp the next morning. I hope that's helpful. Thanks for listening.